И давай собирать. И вообще, зачем их убивают?
The calves that are suitable to be raised for beef will be sold at livestock markets, an extremely stressful environment where the calves are auctioned off and then taken to cattle farms. Most calves raised in the UK have to endure painful mutilations, such as castration and disbudding. Disbudding is a procedure where a calf is restrained and has a hot iron rod forced onto the hornlets in order to prevent the horns from growing. Mother cows often suffer from crippling lameness and pressure sores. In fact, over 50% of dairy cows in the UK are affected by these painful injuries. And some cows are forced to wear chains called hobbles for months at a time. These devices are used on mother cows who have suffered pelvic damage during calving, a frequently documented problem for dairy cows who have been selectively bred to ensure maximum milk production. Dairy cows are often subjected to further abuse, with UK farmers documented kicking mother cows and beating and throwing newborn calves.
Наверное, они тоже едят мясо. Я бы точно и все купил. О, давай сейчас. Маленькая Гера, доставай.
Around 50% of UK beef comes from dairy cows, whilst the remainder comes from cattle raised for beef.
Люди как убивают животных, давай это
In the UK, we are led to believe that dairy and beef cattle are allowed to roam freely outside. However, in almost all cattle farms, the cows are kept in housing for at least some part of the year. And in many cases, cows are raised in intensive farms, where they are denied access to the outside for their entire lives.
Видишь, как они в темноте живут вот так вот. Всю жизнь она живет и мучается.
Ну, это... Эти, которые... Лучше есть фрукты, чем эту фигню. Фрукты лучше, чем мясо какое-то.
When the cows have reached slaughter age, they're herded into trucks and trailers and are transported to their dens.
Фрукты, а? И овощи. Ну что, нечего заняться в огороде? Я сделаю огород.
Once the cows arrive at the slaughterhouse, they are individually forced into the stun box where they fight and fight for their lives. Most cows are slaughtered by first being stunned with a captive bolt pistol before then being hung upside down and having their throats slit. It is estimated that between 5 to 10% of cattle are not stunned effectively and will have to endure the experience of being shot repeatedly in the head or having their throat cut and their blood drained while still fully conscious.
Только не это.
Вот так вот добывается мясо, вот так делается колбаса.
Все, давай лучше не покупать больше мяса. Все, и тогда мы забудем прям это тупое мясо. Внутри нас
Они живые.
тоже. И... Чего? И скелет.
Мясо обрезали, да?
Только не птица. Что это?
Every year in the UK, we slaughter around 950 million birds for food consumption, including chickens, ducks, and turkeys. 90% of chicken production in the UK is indoors, with the birds kept in extremely cramped sheds, which usually house anywhere between 20 to 50,000 chickens each. Placed in the sheds after birth, the chickens will never leave the barns until the day they die. The chickens are kept under near constant dim artificial light, as this is believed to increase feed intake and maximizes growth of the chickens.
Как там?
Due to selective breeding and genetic modification, the birds reach slaughter age in just 41 days, in essence meaning they are chicks in an obese adult body, as at 41 days old in the wild, the chicks would still be sheltering under their mother's wings. It is a similar story for ducks and turkeys. 95% of duck flesh and around 90% of turkey flesh comes from intensive indoor farming, where tens of thousands of birds are crammed into windowless sheds, almost identical to that of broiler chickens. Due to the incredibly fast rates of growth, birds raised to a meat suffer terribly, their young bones unable to support them, breaking under the weight and strain of their disfigured bodies, resulting in painful lameness, which prevents them from eating, drinking, or even standing up.
А там же был прав, что всегда великолепный век тупой, он ничего молчит. Это правда. Вот это чем-то очень. А что? А как это их едят, а?
Конечно, находить не можем.
Не просто убивают их?